Today on Barfly, we're going to be making things really easy for you. Since it's the video right before Christmas and I'm willing to bet most of you guys don't have a lot of time, we are going to be doing a couple of 2-ingredient cocktails that are going to knock your socks off and be perfect for after dinner. My name's Leandro Demon-Riva, this is The Educated Barfly. Please just stop. I used to love this channel. The stupid comment thing has to stop. I'm starting to think you're in a manic episode or something. Let's get into making the cocktail. So in response to the cold weather, today we thought we would do an Amaro Caldo. Amaro Caldo is a very simple, traditional Italian digestif. So we thought, why not do something that's just low ABV, something easy for after dinner. We're gonna be doing 2 versions of this. We're gonna be doing the traditional Amaro Caldo, and then we're gonna be doing a gussied up version as well. All right, Amaro Caldo is super simple. All you gotta do is take a glass, and we're just gonna fill this up with hot water like so to heat our glass. We're gonna let that sit for a couple of minutes, and then me and Mary chit chat about something. This is now heated, so let's dump it. And we have a nice hot glass, and then we're gonna just take an Amaro. Now, this drink can be done with any type of Amaro you have on hand, anything you want. I like to use the Alpine versions of Amaro just because they're big and bold, they're a little bit sweeter. They have all of those Alpine herbs, and it's just like a nice winter flavored Amaro.
Would that include Jägermeister?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, there's like a bit of like a mentholated flavor inside Jägermeister that I think that Jägermeister would be a very nice addition to the winter palette, honestly. So we're just gonna do 2 ounces of this into our jigger. This is very easy, like so. You wanna make sure that you're using very hot water, not totally boiling though. And then we're just going to add about 4 ounces or 6 ounces, however much you want to lengthen it. Now, obviously we're diluting the Amaro and you are lengthening the flavor, and that's kind of the point of this whole cocktail. So let's just take a sip and we'll talk about the flavor profile and the whole reason why you should be drinking this. Yeah, I mean, you get all of the flavors of the Amaro. So you get those nice Alpine sort of mint kind of flavors, obviously a bit bitter, but the bitterness has been stretched out by the water. So the whole point of doing something like this is sort of like a stand-in for tea or coffee, because you have an Amaro, which is going to be very concentrated in its flavor profile, and you lengthen that with water. One of the best explanations that I've ever had, that I've said on this channel many times by my friend Chris Day, is like, think about the flavor profile of a spirit, like a bunch of people crowded inside a room. Right? So you have a 300 square foot room, put 100 people in that 300 square foot room, and then try and pick the guy out with the black shirt with the white thing on it, right? I mean, obviously, it's gonna be very, very difficult to pick that guy out. But if you then take those same people and put them on a football field and they spread out, that's basically what water does to the flavor profile of spirits. It spreads the flavor profile out, and then you can pick out more of the nuanced flavors in there, and you can really pick them out. So let's actually see what we taste in this Amaro, shall we? So what's nice is you get that really burnt caramel flavor. You got a lot of menthol in there as well. You can really taste those Alpine herbs. It's pretty bitter on the finish, and it's surprisingly concentrated in flavor still, but you get a little ginger in there, caramel, burnt sugar. All Amaro have a measure of sugar in them, and you can really still feel it. So it's like a nice, sweet, hot beverage. Kind of reminds me of tea that you put a little bit of honey into to sweeten. I love this. This is like my favorite. Snuggle up on the couch, watch a movie, cold weather, or in front of a roaring fire if you are lucky enough to have a fireplace, which I mean, I have a fireplace, but it's not working. Not a working fireplace, unfortunately. But if you do, I'm jealous. Just like, I don't know, I'm gonna drink this, snuggle up, watch the kids open their presents on Christmas Day, and yeah, I love it. So there it is, the Amaro Caldo. So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna actually do a little Moka Pot infusion. This is a drink that originated at a bar in Milan called, like literally it's called D''O. Dough! It reminds me of Homer Simpson. Dough!
People, that was all wrong. Homer Simpson doesn't say bow, he says dough.
Sorry, MP, but I'm having trouble with this character.
I think his is D-O-H though, but still, dough! It's like, how do you pronounce that? Dough? It's also an Italian restaurant too. So if anyone knows, they can tell me in the comments. Anyway, they make this mocha pot infusion called a caffè riflessione. It means a reflection of coffee. And basically it's a mocha pot infusion with water, Amaro, coffee beans, herbs and spices. It is served in lieu of coffee after your dinner as a digestif. And then there is a woman named Alison Hamlin of Punch magazine that did a more user-friendly version in Punch. So I decided, let's make her version because it looked really freaking good. And this is a first. I've never actually tried it, so this is gonna be fun. You are going to need a mocha pot to make this. First things first, we're gonna take an orange. We're gonna grab a peel off of it. And I like to spritz it actually. I said I like to spritz it as if I've done this before, but I haven't, so.
But in general, you like to spritz?
I do, I like to spritz it. When I do things like this, like infusions like this, I do like to spritz it. And we are making a very simple infusion right now. 1 stick of cinnamon. We're gonna do a little rosemary. You can use any herbs that you want. You can use any citrus elements that you want. These are just my preference. So pretty much you can just use your imagination and kind of go crazy with any of the herb and citrus infusions you want here. You can put lemon and orange. You can put grapefruit in there. Whatever you think is going to accentuate the Amaro better. Again, with this drink, you can use any Amaro you want to use. I like to use the Alpine Amaros, especially for this one because those really bold and sweet flavors are going to accentuate the coffee and come through the coffee. You just don't want to use anything that's so delicate in flavor that the coffee flavor profile is going to run over it. You just want to keep that in mind when you're making your infusion. So then we're going to do 2 ounces of your Amaro of choice. We're using Braulio Alpine Amaro today, but you knew that because we used that in the last one too. And then we're just going to fill this guy up with water. Doesn't have to be hot water, but what I have on hand up until the valve inside, not past this valve. And then we're gonna put in our espresso. And then I'm using the Intenso, but you can use any fine coffee you want. I'm obviously using Italian coffee because we're making an Italian cocktail. And I like the Intenso, the really bold one, but.
Shishi stuff.
This is shishi stuff, it's good, yeah. I like it. Why not use shishi stuff for coffee? We're just gonna put our infusion in here like so. Place it on a hot plate over medium-low heat, and we're gonna wait for it to percolate. All right, our infusion's done percolating here. Yeah. So now we have our preheated mug, and then we're just gonna pour this guy out like so. Oh my God, I can just even the aroma of that, my friend. Oh yeah, it's not just, it's like coffee and Amaro. I can smell the citrus in it. It's really nice. Oh yeah, it's like the best kind of coffee, really. Wow, that's pretty fantastic. So obviously you get the coffee and its flavor profile, but you get the Amaro that comes right through it. I can get all of that rosemary and citrus. That even just that peel, you can get that orange kind of undertone in the flavor profile. This is like the best coffee ever. Another kind of great thing about this is that you're only utilizing the sugar inside the Amaro, and it tastes very well sweetened, almost as if somebody had put sugar or honey in it or something. So for those of us who really like, sugar or some honey or some type of sweetener in their coffee, I don't know who puts honey in their coffee, but I guess some people who don't want to eat processed sugar will put honey in their coffee. To me, honey and coffee seems a little weird, but hey.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody do that.
Doing honey and coffee?
Yeah. Is this a new thing? Are we inventing something?
I don't know, maybe. I was thinking of keto, but I don't think that honey is keto, so. I've heard of maple syrup going into coffee before to sweeten it.
It's like a Canadian thing?
It might be. I don't know. We should ask Coco.
Seth?
Me?
Do you know if there's a name for when people sweeten their coffee with maple syrup?
No.
No, that's what I thought. Leandro, some people do that because some people are really hooked on maple syrup, but I don't think there's a name for that. But it's really good. You should try it. Anyway, back to you, man. See you soon.
Anyway, back to the drink. Yeah, just really nicely balanced, and it's just a nice alternative to your after dinner coffee. It's like an after dinner treat, kind of like nightcap. Well, not really a nightcap, because I guess you wouldn't be drinking caffeinated beverages right before bed. Every single Italian member of my family drinks some type of espresso drink, usually just a shot of espresso after dinner.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them also will drink a little bit of Amaro as well, like some type of Fernet or like a Chinar or something. I have never seen them combine it into one drink though, but I'm telling you right now, as a bear witness, everybody should combine it into one drink because it's fantastic. I love it.
All right.
That's it. That's all I got in this video. Go out and make some Amaro Caldo. Definitely make this, I guess Moka Pot Amaro is what we're calling it.
Would this be good with Chartreuse?
Green Chartreuse would be fantastic. But what I wonder is this. I wonder if the heat from the hot plate is caramelizing the sugar a little bit. The thing about Braulio is that Braulio already has caramel and burnt sugar notes in it, just to begin with. So it's impossible to tell. But I wonder if you took something that's a little bit more delicate and it actually has honey in it, yellow Chartreuse, and you put it on fire when you're percolating it through the coffee, will it caramelize, will the heat of the hot plate caramelize the sugar a little bit inside there and give you some different notes? I will say it's yellow Chartreuse is typically paired with coffee as opposed to green Chartreuse, which is typically paired with, just did a video on it,
I don't know. Other
hot
booze?
chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you get those nice Alpine flavors. The thing about yellow Chartreuse and green Chartreuse is that they're essentially the same ingredients with different maceration periods, but yellow Chartreuse also has the addition of honey. So we've come full circle here. If we put yellow Chartreuse in this, we'll be putting honey in coffee. All right, I guess that's it for my inane ramblings on this video. I hope you guys go out and make your Amaro Caldo and love it. They are very perfect after dinner drinks for any time of the year, but especially in the wintertime. And since it's Christmas time, you guys should go and do that. This is a very easy thing to prepare for yourself and your loved ones during your holiday meal. Definitely easier than the pies you're baking or the turkey you're baking or you're baking or roasting. You're roasting turkey. I mean, you put it in the oven.
Yeah.
You're baking it.
Yeah,
You're
those are
baking
very
some turkey.
easy.
I don't know.
Roasting turkey.
Yeah, or those really thin sliced Brussels sprouts that your mom loves that you make, but you don't want to have to make them, and you go, "Come on, Mom, I do it every year. Just give me a time off." Jeez, God. Anyway, if you like this channel, please hit like and subscribe. Check us out on Patreon and YouTube memberships. Check out our, well, hold on. Before I go on to the website stuff, let me just stop for a second and thank all of our Patreon and YouTube members. You guys make this channel possible. I really, really, really appreciate everything that you do for this channel. You guys are my stars, and you deserve a gold star. And yeah, I don't know. If you like our, nope, I'm not going to say that, but check out our website, theeducatedbarfly.com, for recipes, articles, our virtual bottle program, and yeah, I'll see you guys another time. Have a happy and safe holiday. Merry Christmas to you guys, and Happy Hanukkah to the, well, Hanukkah already happened, but I'll just say Happy Hanukkah to everyone as well, and or Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you may, or just family time. I don't know. There's so many of you guys. I don't know what you guys are celebrating, but I hope you have a safe and happy holiday.
And happy Festivus to the rest of us.
And happy Festivus to the rest of you. Yeah, there you go. Good on you, Marius. I love that.